ये सही है, ये गलत है.
अच्छा.
इसमें कोई बीच में कोई मतलब it was very difficult for me to keep quiet and listen. I'm undergoing depression. 9/11 happened. World started viewing security changed. After each coaching session, I had to massage the base of my throat, not because of speaking, but because I had to keep quiet. Each and every incident which happens in your life leaves a mark on you. I used to carry a AK-47. Here I carry.
जय हिंद दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका एक बार फिर से द एक्सपीरियंस मैटर्स के नए एपिसोड में। आज हमारे पास जो गेस्ट हैं, ही हैज़ अ गैम्बिट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस इन हिज लाइफ एंड स्टार्टेड हिज करियर फ्रॉम डिफेंस एंड कॉर्पोरेट में इनको इतना एक्सपीरियंस है कि नाउ इज बीन कॉल्ड लीडर्स इन वन ऑफ द बिग ग्लोबल forum which is called ASIS. He is representing India in ASIS. So let's welcome Major Paul Devasi sir. Paul sir, स्वागत है आपका द एक्सपीरियंस मैटर्स में. And first of all, thank you for accepting my request to be on this episode.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you sir. Sir, in this podcast we generally have the experience of our speakers in their life, whatever they have done.
बहुत बढ़िया.
So to start with, I would request कि आपसे छोटा सा आपका एक background sir from where you hails and how you reached at wherever you are today.
Thank you, man. Thanks for taking out the time and featuring me in your podcast. I've seen a couple of your podcasts and it's an honor to be on the journey with you. So about me. So I'm from Kerala, but I grew up in Jamshedpur. That is अभी झारखंड हो गया था, but अभी पहले earlier it was called Bihar. So my father was working in Tata Motors, so I grew up there, and then I did my graduation from Kerala in arts, and so there was this book that I had read way back. It was called Eagle Has Landed.
Okay.
And it's a movie also, if you can. It's a nice movie, and it influenced me a lot. So then उस टाइम पे मेरे को दिमाग में आया था कि I must join army.
Okay.
And उसी टाइम में मेरे दिमाग में था कि आर्मी ज्वाइन करूँगा और इन्फेंट्री ज्वाइन करूँगा.
Okay.
So then that went off, and then after my graduation, I'm talking of 1990, I finished my graduation. That's quite some time back. Times are very different. So I did not know what to do. I just done my arts. So arts में the amount of employability is
very less.
Very limited.
Absolutely.
So then a friend of mine told me, why didn't you join army? So I asked him why. So I used to like physical activity. I used to be in athletics and this and that. So he said that, oh, you know what, army, there'll be a lot of physical activities. You don't need to sit behind a desk and it'll suit you. I said, okay. And then I wrote my SSB and I passed my SSB and I landed up at OTA Madras, and then life happened. I joined the infantry. I was in 10 Bihar.
Okay.
I stayed in the army for 6 years. One of the most memorable times of my life. I can't forget it. Okay. And then 6 years afterwards, I left the army. Don't ask me why now. But then, you know what? So it's very funny. So I left army because I was trying to look at life in black and white.
Okay. What is that black and white, sir?
ये सही है, ये गलत है.
अच्छा.
इसमें कोई बीच में कोई मतलब बीच वाला
रास्ता नहीं है.
बीच वाला कुछ नहीं है. बट देन फौज छोड़ने के बाद समझ आया है कि दुनिया इज पूरा ग्रे. So it became grey. Then I was in Corporation Bank, which is a public sector bank. अभी वो नहीं है. It's now got mixed with, amalgamated with Union Bank.
Right.
7 years. Then after that I decided that, you know what, MNC में कॉर्पोरेट सिक्योरिटी में जाना चाहिए. मतलब यही है जो कुछ होता है.
Right.
So then I landed up at Fidelity, then Standard Chartered Bank, Henkel, Amazon, Oyo, WTW. Yeah, and then so that's how. And now I am the CEO of Iris Knowledge. I never expected that I would ever be a CEO of organization. Okay. God has been kind.
And congratulations for that.
Thank you.
So, sir, how do you see this? Absolutely. I mean, it's been quite, I think, 2-3 decades when you are in corporate from army. But when you see life from, you have seen the army life, and how do you compare both the lives?
It was very important for me to keep changing, being mentally agile. So that's what took me from there to here. But a lot of time people think that life in the army is very different from life outside, but it is not. So I was in the infantry. I was in Kashmir, 92 to 95, rather exciting times. So now when I say that all of us wear uniform.
Correct.
So there the army uniform is decided. But even in civil, even your office, there is a dress code, an unsaid dress code which is there.
Correct.
I know that you are in a bank, so you can't turn up to office wearing a vest and shorts.
Absolutely.
So there is a uniform.
Correct.
So the uniform part is settled. So there I used to carry a AK-47. Here I carry my laptop.
Yeah.
Same
thing.
So there I used to carry a pistol, and here I carry my cell phone.
Right.
Same. So it's the equipment wise the same thing. Then you have people in the army who are very motivated. You find same thing over here in the civil also, in corporates also.
Right.
Then you have people who are okay motivated. Some people who don't want to work.
Right.
So there is no difference as such. Yes, one big difference is there, that in the army the chances of you to die is very high.
Yeah, correct.
So the equal of that over here in the civil is that you might lose a job. So you will lose. So it was not too difficult.
Right.
Once I understood that the logic of it, it became okay.
That's great, sir. I mean, why I ask you this question is because when a person joins a corporate, so a civilian joins a corporate and a veteran joins a corporate, there's a huge difference, because a veteran has lived that life and he lead that way wherein there's a situation of life and death. But in corporate, when a person joins, he expects many things. If you see, like मेरे को ये भी मिलना चाहिए, मेरे को ये फैसिलिटीज मिल जाए, बट एक डिफेंस में जब आप एक हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे आप सर्व कर रहे हो, यू हैव वेरी लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज एंड यू हैव टू लिव विद दैट. हाउ डू यू थिंक basically why I'm asking the difference between the understanding of the people? What is your take on that thing?
So for me, like I told you about mental agility. Mental agility is a very important thing for a person to succeed. So mental agility is like water. पानी को अगर आप बकेट में डालो तो बकेट के रूप धारण कर लेगा.
Correct.
अगर आप उसको ग्लास में डालो तो ग्लास के रूप धारण कर लेगा.
Absolutely.
So that is the way you're supposed to be. You're supposed to adapt to the surroundings. But पानी अपना जो गुण है वो कभी खोता नहीं है. So that is the way. If you want to, if I am water, so I go to Amazon, I will adapt to the Amazon way. If I go to Henkel, I adapt it to the Henkel way.
Right.
But the core person inside me, that is the Paul inside me, will remain the same.
Yeah. Correct, absolutely. But why I ask you this previous question is because when a engineer, let's say engineer or somebody, I'm not going to know, but many times it's observed their adaptability little bit of different, because you see if the veteran joins this thing, he'll be more successful than the other people. Could be a reason of that he has that leadership experience wherein they lead the people kind of this thing.
Okay.
So what's your take on this thing? Because जब आप एक सिविलियन को देखते हो, सिविलियन इन द सेंस बेसिकली जो कॉर्पोरेट में जिन्हें लाइफ जी है, उसका सिर्फ एक ही रहता है कि यार मैं ऑफिस जा रहा हूँ, घर आ रहा हूँ, एंड ही एक्सपेक्ट मेनी थिंग्स इन फ्रॉम लाइक ऑफिस. भाई मेरे को कैब नहीं मिली, मेरे को ये एनवायरनमेंट नहीं मिला, मेरे को वो नहीं मिला, काइंड ऑफ कंप्लेनिंग काइंड ऑफ थिंग. Whereas this people comes in these military people comes, they succeed a lot compared to these people.
The way you live in army, you live in rather, what should I say, the conditions are rather harsh, to put it very mildly. So after living in those harsh conditions, then things become very different. So I think that matters. And over here in the world of today, you have everything at you. There is Wi-Fi everywhere.
Yeah.
There is you can go and watch a OTT, you can watch movies.
Correct.
You can step out, there's 10-minute delivery which is happening. So there is nothing which is not available. So over there you had to take out the time. So back in the day when I was in the army, we had cameras in which you use reels.
Yes.
So there were 32 or 33 pictures that you could click.
Correct.
So I had to ration out each and every click that I had to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I had to ration out that, okay, it's not like the cell phone cameras of today that you can keep clicking away. I could not do that because I had to ration it out.
Absolutely.
So maybe it's that, but ultimately it is the job at hand. So if you are focused on doing the job at hand, then you will do it. So that's what will decide the been and the have beens. So the person who keeps on complaining, well, you know what, maybe he might not rise up the ladder as much as the person who believes that, okay, you know what, there are certain things that is in my hand, there are certain things which is not in my hand, and I will continue to work with that.
I think those people would have not seen those limitations and those resource crunchesness and all those things.
So जितना जल्दी आप समझ जाते हो कि ये हकीकत है, it is better.
That's right. So moving this conversation forward, sir, I wanted to ask you something on the leadership aspects. Because आज की तारीख में जो लोग डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं सब कुछ मोस्टली लीडरशिप पे है. एंड गिवन द एटमोसफेयर, लाइक हाउ चीज़ें ग्रो हो रही हैं, ऑलमोस्ट चीज़ें AI ड्रिवन हो रही हैं, बहुत सारी तो ह्यूमन इंटरेक्शन इज़ रिड्यूसिंग. तब ह्यूमन इंटरेक्शन रिड्यूस कर रहा है तो आपका कोलेबोरेशन विद अदर कोलीग्स, और कोलीग हो गया कोई भी हो गया किसी भी साथ, वो भी आपका रिड्यूस कर रहा है. उसमें ठीक है, आप इंडिविजुअल कंट्रीब्यूटर हो, यू कैन डू बेटर एंड बेस्ट. बट जहाँ पे एक डिलीवरी का चीज़ें आती है, जब आपको एक कुछ चीज़ डिलीवर करनी है जिसमें आपको मल्टीपल लोगों को एंगेज करना पड़ता है, देयर यू नीड अ कोलैबोरेशन एफर्ट प्लस अ लीडरशिप.
टोटली एग्री.
सो हाउ डू यू सी कि अभी जो फ्यूचर आ रहा है धीरे धीरे, मे बी 10-15 ईयर्स में और ज़्यादा ये होगा, आपका हाइब्रिड मॉडल आ गया है. हाउ डू यू सी व्हाट नंबर वन how important the leadership is, and with the change of these things in the environment, how the leadership is going to change and what the people should adopt, which kind of leadership the people should adopt.
Good question. Very much required point you have picked up. So leadership in these times is required more. So I'll just tell you one small anecdote. In the army, when I was there in Kashmir, a lot of people can identify with. It's not that all of us were staying at one place together all the time.
Yes.
So the companies were distributed across kilometers away, and the connection was by radio. Everything used to happen by radio.
Correct.
So like the remote working,
yes,
or a group of people working in a place, group of people working over there.
Yes.
Leadership very important. So what is leadership? Leadership is there is Field Marshal Chetwood. He said this thing which is followed by a lot of people, that in the leadership pyramid, you as a leader should come last. The country, the people, everybody will feature above you.
Correct.
The minute you start putting yourself in the last, at the base of the pyramid, life is set. Whole lot of times people become selfish.
Yeah.
People try to not give credit to their team members. People try to grab credit from people. The team members don't feel safe with the team leader. That can happen whether you are sitting face to face or whether you are sitting in a different, if you're working from home. And in the world of today, so now we are in the world of chat GPTs and perplexity and everything. So again, there is, in these prompt things, you are supposed to ask the right question.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't ask the right question, you never get the right answer. So here, as a team leader, as a leader, you're supposed to understand what is required.
Correct.
And each and every person cannot be treated like a MCB. Like अपने घर पे MCB खराब हो जाता है तो MCB का सेम वोल्टेज खिला करके हम लोग लगा देते हैं, खो जाता है. पर इंसान के साथ ऐसा नहीं होता है.
Right.
तुम्हारे विशेस, तुम्हारे डिजायर्स, तुम्हारे इंटरेस्ट आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम मी.
Absolutely.
So if I cannot lead a team until unless I know what is all about you. If I don't know your family, if I don't know about your parents, if I don't know from the place you done, if I don't know about what are your interests, how can I talk to you?
Correct.
I can come and ask you, okay, what's happening about the work?
Yeah.
You'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Correct.
But is that a sustainable relationship?
It is not.
It is not. So it's very important that you take interest in other people. And that is something that people don't, it's getting reduced. But I'm sure that the younger generation will, evolution has always been there. So when I was young, I used to find my older generation to be weird. But now I'm that. I'm very sure the younger generation will look at me as saying, oh my God, why is he talking this way? Why is he doing that way?
Right.
So they will tend to find the way. And the good part about life is everything evolves for the better. It might appear to be a bit weird in the beginning, but everybody evolves. But human touch is very important. The human touch is very important. And that is something.
What's that human touch? I just wanted to ask you
those thing that I just told you about understanding what is the thing which makes you run. What is the thing that differentiates you from me? What is the thing that makes you tick? What is it, like you said, you don't like drinking tea, coffee.
Yeah.
I like drinking tea at any point of time. So it is different.
Absolutely.
So for me to come and tell you that let's go for a tea, you might agree with me, but it's not something that is really going to interest you. You like other things.
Yeah, correct.
So if I don't understand what you like, how am I supposed to engage with you?
Yeah, then there's no discussion point.
There is no common point. There's no common point.
Okay.
So it's very important to understand what the other person is doing. So back in the day, when I was in the army, I had got some very great seniors. So somebody asked me, I had got a person, a Jawan who used to help me. Somebody asked me, where is he from? I said, he's from Bihar. They said, don't act smart. You are in the Bihar regiment. Everybody is from Bihar.
Correct.
Do you know how many is he married? I said no. Do you know what his parents are doing? I said no. Find out about that.
That's the human touch, basically.
That's the human touch. You got to understand that. And if you call people by the name, it makes a big difference.
Absolutely. It give you a feeling of personalized feeling.
So when somebody sends you a WhatsApp message without any beginning or ending, that means it's a message which has been sent to many.
Yeah, correct.
So that you know what you and I can make out.
It's a broadcast list. It's not a personalized message.
Exactly. So the minute you do that, like for example, when I send out messages to people, I personalize it. I put the person's name.
Right.
So the chances of the person reading it and responding to it increases a lot. So the personal touch has to be there. Machines will come, but at the end of it, the human being is very, very important. The human touch is very important.
That's very right. Thanks for that clarity, sir, for many of the people. I was going through that WhatsApp chats. I think 2-3 days back you put up a message on a WhatsApp thing. So I want to discuss more about on those things, wherein you mentioned categorically that we all know what is happening in the news, but value add is that when you analyze things and put your analysis into that. So what's about that thing? I mean, why? I understand your perspective, but for a larger audience, I wanted to understand the things.
So there is something called information and something called information analysis. So these days in the world of Google and Perplexity and ChatGPT of the world, you type in everything, they'll give you the information.
Correct.
But how is it relevant to you? You'll say, okay, there is global warming. Okay, I understand there is global warming. So how is it going to impact me? If you're going to say that the climate of Bangalore is going to change and the rains in Bangalore is going to get impacted and the water level tables are going to go down and you will not have water, then it impacts me. So just by telling that global warming is there, the ozone layer is getting depleted, you are talking at 50,000, 60,000 feet.
Correct.
You have to come down and give and talk the information which is most impactful. Another thing which a lot of people confuse is, just by a lot of people, especially in WhatsApp groups these days, people have this need for being relevant. So they just keep on sharing
It's because that there's a number one, there's a FOMO in the people. Another thing, the fastest finger first. किसने सबसे पहले news share किया कि
Yes.
he'll be a, I mean, people think him that he's a very more knowledgeable kind of thing, or
Yes.
he's on to the
Yes.
kind of thing.
But at the end of it, everybody is taking the information from the same environment.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you tell me that there was this Pahalgam attack and this is what happened, so the minute, and unfortunately these days, our WhatsApp groups, even the security professional WhatsApp groups, resembles the TV newsrooms.
Absolutely. Yes.
Everybody becomes expert in everything. Pahalgam happens, Operation Sindoor happened, everybody becomes expert in drone warfare and air defense and Rafales and JC-10s.
Correct.
The minute you had that 787 going down, everybody became understanding of the
Aircraft,
and
and
stuff. In fact, one guy tells me that, oh, you know what, that plane disaster would have been reduced if the plane had carried less amount of fuel. So I told him, you know what, good idea, but when the plane is flying, it cannot go and stop somewhere to take extra fuel.
He'll not, I mean, if he's carrying a fuel, it'll calculate the distance and that how is carrying the fuel. No, it should not be like this.
It is it appropriate for that audience? It is like you have a child which is 3 years old. The food that he eats is made appropriately for the 3-year-old child.
Yes, correct.
Can I live on that?
No, you can't.
Can the child live on the spice levels, on the complex food material that I give to the small? No, you
Absolutely
can't.
not. Yeah.
So is it relevant? How is it adding value to the entire environment? That people
That's
don't.
what set apart.
People just want to share it, and until unless you provide your analysis. And why do people not provide analysis? Because people will be called out telling that, oh, you know what, you thought that this would happen, but you predicted this would happen, but it did not happen.
Correct.
So this fear of not making mistakes is what prompts people to just keep on sharing random links. You just read it and you keep making an analysis of it. So there are organizations, I know a couple of it, wherein people have got to have to analyze events and tell how it is going to impact that organization.
Correct.
So they have to actually go back. They can use, everybody uses Perplexities and ChatGPTs of the world, but that is a starting point.
Yeah. Just to gather relevant news from different channels when you have a database, and from there you can analyze.
Yes. So it is very important for us as human beings to be able to give our analysis.
You're right, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
I think the analysis not only come from while reading the news. It should be there should be a background understanding of that particular subject.
Totally.
For example, if there is something going on Iran and Israel.
Yeah.
If I do not understand where is the Israel and where is the Iran and what trade is going on between and what are the routes for the trades between these countries, how could I analyze what will going to happen in next thing?
So very interesting what you said. So there is something called historical information.
Yes.
So you can't read history of a country just by, okay, you know what, India happened at 1947. No. India was formed as a nation in 1947, but there were a lot of other things which also happened before and after.
Absolutely.
So a lot of times people speak about China, how China has got an adversarial attitude towards the West. So there was something called the Opium Wars. That people don't know.
Correct.
Or very few people know.
Correct.
So certain countries have got issues which have extended into the past.
Yes.
So until unless that gets addressed, it's very difficult to carry on. So it is something that a lot of times people give analysis without reading into history.
Yes, correct.
So until unless and the more you go back, the more depth you go, it's very important to understand how this entire thing has happened.
Yes. And on that, I think understanding of that particular, reason or those things should be, aware that because over a period of time, certain things has been changed. Certain relationship has also been, changed.
Definitely.
In terms of trades and all those things. So I think that is also very important.
So one more thing which a lot of times when people make analysis, people look at countries like human beings. And that's a very wrong thing to do. So I like you, maybe tomorrow I might not like you. That's a personal decision.
Yes.
But when countries happen, regimes change, geopolitical interests change, things change.
Yes.
Like for example, classical example is Afghanistan.
Yes.
Earlier, India did not have a relationship with them. But now Taliban is in the power.
Yes.
Whatever it may be, Taliban is in power. Now India is reaching out to Taliban.
And
Why
they are
is-
also interested actually.
Yes. So why is India reaching out to Taliban? Because if you look at our Western neighbors with whom we don't have a friendly relationship, they are bounded on one side by Taliban, by Afghanistan. So they can be a very potent countermeasure against that particular country.
Correct.
So if we don't have a relationship with them, how will they help us in time of need?
Like for example, this recent issues has happened wherein they also, striked this
Yeah.
thing, and then we have been.
So
kind of-
it is very important to have a understanding of things, and a lot of times people want to give analysis like that way. It does not happen that way. So when information, you have to wait for information to happen,
Correct.
and you have got to be able to read between the lines to say what it means.
Yes, absolutely.
So that people don't want to do. So that's why this sharing happens in all our WhatsApp groups.
No, that's right, sir. And I think from this, whatever we had discussed, many people may got the right approach to share and
Yes.
another thing is, sir, I recently saw that you've been going to Delhi for speaking on AI thing, how AI is going to change the corporate security things. But I wanted to ask you a little bit, maybe not a difficult question, but a little slightly different questions. Majority of things, when people talk about that, okay, AI in security, maximum thing is what AI, access control will become automated thing. Your CCTV will start analyzing things, automatically give you triggers, alarm, all those things. Apart from these, what else is there which people think or you think as a corporate security leader, can the AI or this technology can change in security?
AI is a tool. It depends on how you want to use it. I'll give you an example of my mother.
Also, sorry to interrupt. One more thing I wanted to ask. Many people, I'm not countering them or something, but this is my understanding. Many people give analytics the name of AI. There are certain analytics which is for a long time is there. Some people are using and some people are not using, but that is analytics. You give a certain command, like how in Excel we give a command if then else kind of thing. Similarly in camera, if this is there, you pick it up and boom. That is a pure analytics. Whereas AI is a very bigger term or bigger this thing that has this, that analytics will be a very small portion of that AI. So on that thing I just wanted to ask.
So I was giving an example of my mother. My mother is 84 years old. So if you give her a laptop, she uses it. She will use to watch cooking videos on Facebook, and she'll use it to play solitaire and spider solitaire.
Okay. At the age of 84.
That's her use.
Yeah.
But if you gave the same laptop to a coder, he can code the hell out of the world.
Absolutely.
So it depends on what you want to use it for. You don't just use it for the heck of using it. Another example. So nowadays, you and I are security professionals. All of us are familiar with something called CCTV.
Correct.
And now it is important that we use IP-based CCTV cameras.
Yes.
So there's no DVRs, now NVRs, and everything is all connected, this, that, all that. But the analog CCTV camera still exists.
Yes, it is. Many organizations uses this.
You know why they use it? Because analog CCTV to hack that particular stuff is very difficult.
Very difficult. Yes, absolutely.
So is an analog CCTV camera bad? No.
It is not.
Depends upon the conditions.
Yeah.
In the defense forces, like today in India, all the defense personnel can hold a phone, but a feature phone.
Not a smartphone.
Not a smartphone. So is it required over there? Yes, it's required. But how is it required? So coming back to AI, the way AI is going to be used, like how it was used by the ChatGPT, how they use that will never have to be used by us in physical security.
Correct.
There is a certain amount of stuff that can be done, and a certain amount of stuff which is not required to be done.
Not required, yes.
So you can analyze stuff, you can help in getting information out. Like you said, it can help in analysis. But at times there's something called ML, machine learning. So a lot of times where people find it's a buzzword to use AI everywhere. Maybe at times, machine learning is enough instead of going for this AI and other things. So where is it going to be used? How is it going to be used? That's the most important thing. And people think that is going to be a silver bullet which can cure all your issues in this world.
It is not.
No, it is not.
No, it is not, sir.
So even today, if you at the end of it, the human being is required. I always tell people that suppose the dreadful COVID had happened today. So today is the time when you have got ChatGPT, you got all these things. If you had gone and typed into ChatGPT that how can I deal with COVID?
ChatGPT would have no answer.
Yes.
Because again, this is basically what has happened in the past that has been fed to the machine, and from there it analyzes all those things based on symptoms and all those, and then it gives you the answer.
It is important. So a lot of people think that the AI will take over the world and you and I will become irrelevant. No, it does not. When I write articles. So I got this problem when I write articles, I don't use commas in the right way. So grammar punctuation has been my, it can be better.
Right.
So I use, whatever I write, I put it onto the different, what should I say, ChatGPTs and Perplexities and tell them to correct it.
That's the best use actually.
So that's the way you can do it.
Yes.
But if you're going to start using ChatGPTs and Perplexities of the world to create an email for writing from one person to other person, it will do it. But the minute the email is copied and sent that way, other person will know that you're going to do it.
Yes.
So what are you going to use it for? An egg. For breaking an egg, you can take a spoon and break it.
Correct.
We don't require a 5 kilo hammer to break an egg.
Not required, absolutely.
So does it fit the requirement? What are you trying to solve? What will be the effect of it? How will it improve our response time? Will it positively affect our ROI?
No, correct.
Otherwise, why you want to use it? Just because everybody is using it, we don't want to use it. Like example, these days in India, one of the biggest scams in the auto industry is to have the sunroof.
Yes, it is actually. The sunroof is there that you are, you have a good car and all those.
Yeah. So when are you going to use the sunroof? How often are you going to use the sunroof? What is the use of it?
I think what I understood is that it was started in Europe where the sun was very, the exposure to the sun was very less. So they introduced this sunroof, and when you're driving, you have the sun and you have got some vitamin D and all that. That is I think the basics understanding about it. But India, they're using just to get out of the window and take enjoy the weather and all. I said, come on, have a sense.
So AI is important, but if you're going to expect the same thing to be used by a coder, it's going to be used by a security professional, may not be so much.
I think you are right, sir. When you brought out this point, that it should be as per your requirement, how much you need and what is you will achieve. It should not be like, okay, everybody is doing, I also do, or nobody is doing, let me do it and I'd be the fastest fingers first kind of. It should not be the way it should. It should solve some whatever problem you have during your operation. If it is solving that thing and you're getting something, then it's good. It should not be like that, okay, everybody is using, I also use. You're rightly brought out, sir. I think that is relevant thing also.
So it is, you should be, the art or the mark of a genius is to explain things in the most simple way. when people use jargons, people use big words, people use other things, it is just because they're not clear in themselves. If you're going to tell people कि भाई आखिर में करना क्या है,
तो आपको भी लगता है सर, मेरे को कहीं पर महसूस होता है, मतलब दिस इज माय अंडरस्टैंडिंग, कि जब लोग बहुत बड़े बड़े वर्ड यूज करते हैं ना डिस्कशन के लिए, शो करने के लिए, दे ट्राइंग टू, दे मे बी राइट, बट जैसा लगता है कि दे ट्राइंग टू शो दैट आई हैव नॉलेज, मेरे को ये पता है, एंड जस्ट टू शो कि भाई आई एम दी काइंड ऑफ सुपीरियर थिंग. बट व्हाट यू राइटली सेड कि यार अगर आप उसको समझा ही नहीं पा रहे हो तो ऐसी कम्युनिकेशन या ऐसे आपकी नॉलेज का फायदा क्या है फिर? So what is your this thing on that?
So I have got this habit of using big words.
Okay.
ठीक है, I have got this habit of using big words. So if you see my writings and all, I like using big words.
Writing is okay.
No, even speaking also, I sometimes use big words. But that's not the point. What I'm saying is that if it is if you don't tell the scope correctly, if you don't describe the problem correctly to the problem solver, how will the problem solver solve it?
He's not able to understand things.
So if you say that the CCTV camera has to be placed in such a way so that it can cover the axis of approach of people, so that it captures in an identifiable image, तो then उसका फंडा क्लियर हो गया. ठीक है. अगर तुम उसको कॉम्प्लेक्स करके बोलो कि CCTV has to be installed so that access and egress of
समझ गया.
So if you can't define the problem correctly, then it's a problem. You don't understand it properly. So presently now I am at Iris Knowledge, and we speak to our customers. So whole lot of times our work is to help the customer understand better what he exactly wants.
You tell the customer that this is what is your request.
I tell them that, okay, you know what, maybe this is this what you want to solve? Is this what you want to, how do you want to do it? So they say, yes, you know what, maybe this is what I want to do.
Okay.
Because what happens is that if you go, for example, if you go and ask an expert cook, how do you make dal fry? He will not tell you that you have to wash the dal, you have to pressure cook the dal. At his level, you're supposed to know that.
Yeah.
So unless you and I are same, if you are a novice cook, I have to tell you, wash the dal until the water becomes clean, then put in a pressure cooker and boil for this much whistles until the dal can be squeezed between two fingers, and then you start doing 1, 2, 3, 4, cut
the
onions and do this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will not make sense.
Correct. Because he knows some basics. He knows.
Yes. So at times, why I'm telling that is, in an organization, so you're working for ANZ. I understand what ANZ is doing, but I don't understand the culture of ANZ. So without understanding the culture of ANZ, if I'm going to suggest something, it may not run with you.
Absolutely.
Let me correct. It may not. It will not run with you. So unless I ask you questions to understand what you want, how can I give you a solution?
Absolutely, you need to understand the culture of that organization. Then only you'll be able to.
So asking questions. So last 2.5 years back, I have transitioned to becoming a coach. So it was a big transition for me, because as corporate security professional, I was always hardwired to give solutions. And as men, we are also always in the solution giving mode.
Yes, absolutely.
But at times, without understanding why the question is being asked, if we give a solution, it will not land in the right way. That I understood when I came into coaching.
So how did you start this coaching? I mean, it's you did some course or just for?
Yes, I went for a friend of mine suggested that I do have that ability. That person, that lady told me that maybe I would be a good coach.
Okay.
And I went for it. I went for a coach training. So coach training is not the difficult part, but to practice it. So one of the most important part of a coach is to listen. And these days, listening is getting to be a lost art.
Correct.
So it's very important to understand that, and to ask questions, to ask open-ended questions.
So that you can get more information. from the people.
And the person is feeling safe enough to give the person a safe space to speak.
Right.
And let this person speak. So if I want to ask you, what did you eat for breakfast? You will give definitive answers.
Absolutely.
If I want to ask you that, how do you think you can manage your health better?
Then I'll give you a very lengthy.
You will think about it and you will give that.
Correct.
So a lot of times people ask me that, you know what, is coaching, when you meet somebody, are you going to be in a coach mode or not coach mode? I say that you can incorporate it into your life.
It'll be basically
The way
the
you
longer
interact
you
with
goes, then only.
So for example, you are a security professional. When I go to a mall, I always look where is the fire exit,
Same here.
where is the cameras which are kept.
Same here.
So
by default mode.
by default.
Yeah.
So the faster you, and then if there is a rush, how do you avoid a stamp?
Correct.
How do you avoid doing this? So it becomes part of your DNA.
Yes.
So getting to be a coach, if it can become part of your DNA, then life is very smooth.
Yes.
And everybody has a story to tell.
Yes.
What are you doing to me? You are asking my story.
Yes. Absolutely.
So the minute you ask persons a story, tell me something about yourself.
It's about me, myself, my story.
So the guy will tell that, you know what, I was this, I like doing this, I like doing that. The guy feels empowered.
And he also feels engaged also.
Engaged. So it's very important that way. So I do think at some point of time, in fact, I was talking to this friend of mine who's in the industry. I'll not tell his name nor his company. He's on the vendor side. So apparently one client of his called and told him that I would like you to come and meet me. He said, okay, I will come. And he said that only you come, don't get the other gentleman.
Okay.
He said, why? He says the other gentleman comes and he is always trying to sell things to me. And he says, you listen to me.
Correct.
So even as a security professional, listening is something which is very important.
Yeah. We are in a mode of just, you throw a problem, you take a solution.
Respond.
Yeah.
So instead of asking, okay, when, why, how did you arrive at this thing?
Right.
So it's very important to keep engaging persons with open-ended questions.
So this coaching thing, sir, when you do this coaching doing for I mean, this leadership coaching, what is this coaching all about? Tell me something more about this thing.
Yeah. So coaching is not centric on your expertise.
Acha.
It depends. So the basic funda of a coach is the coach will be adapting to what the client wants. A good coach.
Okay.
So if the client wants to do karate, I will do karate along with the person. If the guy wants to do kuchipudi, I will dance kuchipudi along with you. So normally a normal coaching interaction, it's a very interesting thing. You must, at some point of time in your life, you must undergo this coach training to understand how people respond and how people do things.
Sorry, is it more of kind of a psychological thing?
No.
Okay.
So there are, what should I say, spillovers from psychology, but psychology is something, it's a much more deeper and deeper science, which and so coaching, what it does is that it does not go into the past.
Okay.
It stays into the present and goes to the future. So a typical coaching conversation is, so what do you want to discuss today?
Me?
So a typical coaching conversation will start off, what do you want to discuss today?
Okay.
So very interestingly, some months back, a guy came to me and I asked, what do you want to discuss today? He comes to me and tells me that I want to do 15 chin-ups.
Acha.
So I like doing exercise and I like doing chin-ups, and I can tell him 3,852 ways of doing chin-ups.
Right.
But instead of asking that, instead of telling him that, you know what, you do this, you do that, negatives karo, handstands karo, main wo nahi pucha. I asked him why 15 and why not 20 and why not 25?
Right.
So then he said that, you know what, I want to become stronger. So then we discussed about that. So we discussed that, okay, you know what, becoming stronger is what you want to do. So I said, okay, becoming stronger is what you want to do. So what are the steps that you want to do to become strong? So he said that I must concentrate on my food intake. I must concentrate rigor on my exercise thing. I said, okay. So I said, what do you want to discuss next? He said, I would like to discuss about the food. She said, oh, presently, you know what, I'm eating a lot of stuff from outside and I order in a lot of stuff. Maybe I think I should start eating food which is cooked at home. So the discussion changes.
From chin-up to...
If I had spoken to him only about chin-ups, then the discussion would have not been fulfilling for him. So in the case, so it's very important for you to understand what the other person actually wants. So in coaching, it's something called contracting.
Okay.
And there is contract with everybody else.
What is it, contracting?
So contracting is to understand what you want to discuss.
Okay.
So today we have come together for recording the session.
Right.
So that's been the contract.
Right.
It is not for us to come and play chess or Scrabble.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the contract was very clear. You told me that I'll be coming over to record. I said yes. So you post a contract. I agreed to it, and we are here today.
Right. Absolutely.
Sometimes there are friends that you call up without there's no need of giving a contract to him because you know him so well and he knows you so well that it comes out. So in a coaching thing, we don't know each other. So you have to ask the person, what do you want to discuss?
Right.
And that's what starts off. So then what happens is that you would have seen a lot of different coaches which are there. So like life coaches, executive coach,
correct.
transformational coach, change management coach. There are n number of different coaches which are there. So these are all handles. So why the handles are important is that if you want to address stuff which is related to your change which is going to happen in an office, it may help that you go and talk to a change management coach.
Correct.
So, and one more thing is very important that if you look at the who's who of the world, like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, everybody has got coaches.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not aware of this.
Everybody had got coaches.
Okay.
But they did not stick with that one coach for lifelong. Because when like the gentleman who came to me, I want to do 15 chin-ups, he came to me with a problem statement. At the end of the discussion, he got the solution that he was looking for.
Okay.
Maybe he did not want to discuss with me how can he become a more spiritual person. So he did not come to me.
Right.
So the coach is not lifelong. It is for a purpose. What does the client want and how long, is the client's needs being met or not?
I understand, sir. It's a very good thing because, and also one more thing I just want to ask regarding this coaching only. So is there a requirement that one should be having a knowledge of all the subject for this coaching, or there's some specific thing like you are from security, or because you can talk about fitness and security and all those things, but how these things happens, there should be a process to it, right? You keep on learning, keep on reading, all those things, how things happen.
So I'll give you an example from our common area, physical security.
Okay.
So there is CPP, PSP, CFE, CBCP,
CISSP now.
CISSP. Does it mean that without doing it, can you not do your job?
Can.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
But at some point of time, it will. You might reach a glass ceiling. So, can a person without doing the coach training be a coach? Yes, he can. Yes, they can.
Right.
But to ensure that you end up being an ethical coach, it is important that you understand the basics of it. Another example which I give is like when you go to learn to drive a car, a manual car. So they tell you, okay, you know what? When you start the car, you press the clutch and put it into first gear. And then when the car speed goes from 10 to 20, you change it over to second gear. And then that way. If you go to the YouTube and see how a rally driver drives his car, the way he upshifts and downshifts is not given in the manuals.
It is correct.
So he is using the basics to the best possible way and creating this complex dish which is a rally driving. Same is the case with being a coach. So you learn the basics And then being a coach, you cannot divorce yourself from the experience that you gained over your life. So if I am a coach and tomorrow you be a coach, my way of approaching coaching will be very different from the way you are going to approach.
Absolutely,
coaching.
everybody has their own
Because
experience.
it is your own personal touch.
Correct.
So that is the way thing about coaching is. So it's important to learn and understand the way you have to hold yourself, give space to the client. For me, it was a learned experience.
Understood.
For me, it was very difficult for me to keep quiet and listen. In the initial parts, it's a confession. I had to, after each coaching session, I had to massage the base of my throat, not because of speaking, but because I had to keep quiet.
Okay.
My mind had told my mouth to keep quiet, but the internal chatter was so much that my throat used to pain.
Oh, okay.
But then now I've got over that. Now I can.
So when did you do this thing, coaching thing? Then?
Around 2.5, 3 years back, 2 years back.
Okay.
And it's a lifelong journey. You keep learning. It's like security. Like, were you trained how to handle COVID? No. You learnt on the job.
Yeah.
You learnt on the go.
Correct.
Tomorrow there is a flood in the business park that you are located in. There are certain things which are written on how you can do it.
Correct.
But after that, you have to discover the journey by yourself.
Absolutely. No, that's right, sir. And thanks for this eye-opening session. So what's next for you, sir?
Next for me.
What's your plan and life? You've been in an army. You've done a corporate your life. You doing a coaching thing. How you are looking towards life now?
For me, the professional side of it. So right now, 1 year back, I joined Iris Knowledge.
Okay.
And I'm on my entrepreneurial journey.
Is it?
And
Okay.
Iris Consulting is supporting Iris Knowledge in this journey of mine.
Okay.
So being a consultant, being generating money, it's a very different experience. It's very, I can put it as a spiritual experience.
Okay.
You talk to any vendor who sells to get business, it's a very spiritual experience. Because you have to convince the other person that what you are saying is required for them. Keeping in view that Trump is doing what he is doing, Israel and Iran is doing something else, Ukraine and Russia is doing something, China has got their own plans in the east. So these are all different pulls which are happening, and within this you have to operate. So for me to learn to speak to a client and give them what they require, that is going to be my next big journey of mine in the professional life.
Okay.
And coaching is a very, I keep telling people that if you remember, 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
So I came into security because of 9/11.
Okay.
9/11 happened. So the way the world started viewing security changed.
Correct.
People started deciding, the American companies started deciding that, okay, you know what, if you're going to do here, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need all those checks and balances. And other organizations, other companies and other countries also followed. So coaching in India presently is still in the pre-9/11 phase.
Correct.
Unfortunately, in India, mental health is something which is still not yet very discussed
And yeah, exactly.
openly. So,
But there could be other reasons to that. Not only because in India the culture is little different apart, compared to Western world. That would be one of the reason. Because herein you can just barge into your friends, your colleagues, your families. And the other thing is that family is very big. And the culture is that. This is my understanding, sir. I may be wrong, but this is my reading and understanding why this mental health is not most discussed in India.
So I think differently. So mental health is, I'll give you an example. So I'm a man. So man मतलब मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता है.
Okay.
उसका दिन फिर मैं फौज में था. तो फौज में तो हाथ पैर कट जाए तो तभी तो मतलब आई शुड कीप लाफिंग.
और टफ हो गया.
देन फिर मैं फौज छोड़ करके मैं कॉर्पोरेट सिक्योरिटी में आ गया. कॉर्पोरेट सिक्योरिटी में आ गया तो आई एम सपोज टू नो द आंसर टू एवरीथिंग. कुछ भी हो गया, प्रलय आ गया, अर्थक्वेक आ गया,
तो मेरे को पता होना चाहिए,
पता होना चाहिए और मेरे पास सब कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन होना चाहिए, मुझे कुछ इफेक्ट नहीं करेगा.
ओके,
ठीक है. देन फिर
कोविड में भी तो यही हो ना कि सिक्योरिटी तो आएगी.
So all these different things are. So where do I go and tell my problems?
Right.
ठीक है. Where do I go and tell? So lot of times if I come to you and tell you that पता नहीं मेरा ना CCTV ऐसे लगाया था, ऐसे हो गया, वैसे हो गया, तो अरे ये ब्रांड क्यों लगाया, हिक्विजन क्यों लगाया, ये लगा लेता, बॉश लगा लेता, ये लगा लेता, वो लगा लेता, स्पर्श लगा लेता. So you would give solution. Maybe I'm not looking for solutions. Maybe I'm just looking to discuss my problems with you.
Just to share something.
Just to share something with you. हम लोग, majority of us are always in the solution giving mode.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that turns off people. So at times when you go, a lot of times क्या होता है, we at times overhype the support given by families. It's very important. Social network is very, very important.
How come? I mean, can you just
so you can't. So it's wrong on a part to expect that our parents can be the role of the coach. They're not trained.
They are actually. They can provide you resources.
They will. Lot of times people confuse mentoring with coaching. So mentoring is जब मैं Amazon में था, जब मैं Standard Bank में था, मैं ऐसे किया था, तो आप भी ऐसे कर सकते हो. But your situation is different today, and my situation was very different. I was in Standard Bank in 2008, and now you are in ANZ Bank in 2025.
Correct.
So 17 years have passed.
Yes. Situation has changed. Conditions has changed.
So
technology has changed. Lots of things has changed.
So in coaching, what we believe that we have got the solution within us, but because of all these different layers of a man, 4G, corporate security, father, son, husband, friend, these are different layers put on top of us.
Yes, correct.
So until we get to be aware of it, how the hell are we supposed to take a decision which will be important for us?
Correct. No, that's right.
And so if you tell, a lot of times in India, if you tell people, say that I'm undergoing depression, people tend to laugh at you.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is so wrong. So like my son is a psychologist. He tells, if your hand is broken, you put in a cast. But if your mind is broken, you don't see the break.
You cannot. And
you assume that just by doing laughing and going out for a movie will cure the things. No, it does not.
No. It is not, sir. Many times you're right. I mean, I also feel this thing. You need a person to just vomit your thoughts, whatever in your mind. That's all.
It is very important. So at times, what happens is that parents, friends, spouses are not trained enough to
understand or discuss those kind of
things. So if you burden them with that, you're putting them at a disadvantage. And you will come out at times. You will come out with a very unsatisfactory feeling. So in my case, it's better to go to professionals, and there's no harm in going to a psychologist. I can tell on this media, I've used the services of a psychologist.
Okay.
And it helped me. In fact, my psychologist was the person who told me to go into coaching.
Okay. That's a good answer.
So now people are opening up, but still people are very guarded against telling people that, you know what,
because they will form some
opinion. You know what, he's not strong enough. You know what, he's not this, which is absolutely wrong.
Okay, right.
Which is absolutely wrong. It is not that way. Everybody has got their mental pressures. So back in the day, when we were when I was in the army, we came back from Kashmir. So after coming back from Kashmir, we heard that there's something called PTSD.
What is that?
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Okay.
So this was a syndrome which was first discovered in the West.
Okay.
So we were told that, you know what, you guys must also be suffering from PTSD.
Okay.
So we all laughed. You know what, we are Indian Army soldiers. we are immortal, nothing can affect us, and PTSD and all happens to the delicate chocolate pie soldiers.
Okay.
And we all laughed and we went our different ways. When I was talking to a friend of mine who's a psychologist, they said that each and every incident which happens in your life leaves a mark on you. Whether it remains a mark or becomes a scar is dependent upon you. How you want to address that? Do you want to address that? Do you want to live with that particular scar all your life? So our mind is a very we've still not yet understood our own minds.
Yeah, correct.
The last battle which is going to get fought is between our 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a very important thing that people must take help. And typically in India, when you tell somebody that about coaching, that I was speaking to a friend of mine, again no names taken because you know him, I told that at some point of time you must experience coaching. So he responds that, oh, do you think I require coaching?
Oh, okay.
I said that no, it's not that I'm not telling that you give the business to me because I'm a friend. I will not ever even coach you. I will tell somebody else to coach you. So he looked at it as if that I found a muscular imbalance in him or some protein deficiency or this in this food thing. So I told him to eat some tablets to cure that. It is not that.
Correct.
Unfortunately, that is the attitude of majority of people today.
No, it is. Same for me. I also look for the same thing. But the reason is every individual knows the things. Like for example, where they want to do. Like for example, let's say that example you give for physical thing. The person knows कि उसको क्या करना है, कैसे करने से उसको सब कुछ पता है. But he needs somebody to discuss this thing. And जब वो बात करता है तो खुद ही उसकी चीज़ें निकल के आती है. तो उसको चाहिए कोई ना कोई कि बताने वाला है मेरे को ये करना है. And he understanding मेरे को पता है सारी चीज़ें मुझे क्या करना है, ऐसे करने से होगा. मेरा फूड अच्छा होना चाहिए, मेरा अर्ली मॉर्निंग अर्ली बेड सब कुछ होना चाहिए. बट जब तक आप उसको अंदर से बाहर नहीं निकालोगे तो वो एक आपको ना देयर इज कॉल्ड इमोशनल वुंड. देयर इज अ फिजिकल वुंड, देयर इज इमोशनल वुंड. So physical wound is visible and can be cured. आप दवाई कुछ भी करते. Emotional wound only you knows, nobody else knows.
It's a very important thing that you just spoke about. And so there is this English saying in English, sticks and stones may hurt me, but words will not, or something that sort. The words hurt more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And what you mentioned is rightly mentioned is that incidents also.
Yeah,
I have my friend, I don't want to name, but he was in army, and he was in that this military, not military, this militant area and all those things. And he said that today also, I think he left about approx 15 years before. But he said today also these things hurts him because when they were in that combat mode and when they're doing this search and that interaction and all those things. तो अभी भी रात को मेरे को सपना आता है and I'm just standing in the bed and I'm just holding my rifle. That is triggers this thing because he is not able to spell out those things. किसी से डिस्कस करने के लिए नहीं है, कुछ नहीं. घर पे आप आके ये चीज़ें नहीं डिस्कस कर सकते. तो that's you're rightly said and everybody has. It's not about the army man. It's everybody has.
Yes.
मेरे को आज ऑफिस में किसी ने ठीक से बात नहीं किया. I got upset. तो प्रोजेक्ट डिलीवरी टाइम से नहीं हुआ. क्लाइंट से आपको कुछ इश्यूज आ गए. आपके बैक ऑफ द माइंड आपके चलते रहता है. मे बी इट नॉट विजिबल टू पर्सन बट आपको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा कुछ चीज़ें.
Totally agree. It is an ongoing. So the faster you start understanding to address it, the better for you.
That's right.
So I like doing exercise. So at this point of time in life, you start understanding. In the shoulder, there are a lot of different muscles.
Yes.
There's something
posterior, exterior, or
anterior, and all this
कुछ होता है.
And there is something called the rotator cuff.
Yeah, correct.
All these things go to stabilize the shoulder. So if you don't train for that particular muscle, it will not get strong. Because it does not get strong, it might affect the ability of your shoulder to function the best possible way. So these things of getting yourself into the best mental space will affect your ability to be your best possible self. So the faster you address all these different things, the better you'll become.
Absolutely.
So it's very, so you know what, again, so I like quoting from the Hindu books.
Okay.
So one classical example which I give people is Arjuna, the great warrior.
Yes.
Arjuna, the great warrior, had a coach and a mentor.
Yes.
Who was the coach?
Krishna.
Sri Krishna. And who was his mentor?
Dronacharya.
So there are certain things called the hard skills, and there are certain things called the softer things.
Yeah.
And aajkal, the softer skills are, it's not softer skills now, it's called survival skills.
Okay.
If our man Arjuna had not got Sri Krishna to coach him through his moral dilemma, he would not have fought.
Yeah. And he almost
Put on his things and
weapons and
so it's very important for you to have a person who can coach you through. A lot of people go to religious gurus and stuff. Well, I'm not saying that they are bad. They are good, but it depends on what you want. What do you want in life?
As you initially mentioned, that for everything you need a separate coach.
Yes.
Spirituality, you may go to a spiritual coach.
Yes.
For life, you may go to a life coach. All those things.
When people mix up things, then it becomes a problem.
When they see a one person for all their
then it's going to be a problem. Like if you're going to come and ask me how to cook a complex French cuisine dish, I will not be able to tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
you'll say better do a YouTube.
Yes, correct. So you should know, you should understand what you're going to do, what you're going to come for. If you're going to come and ask me stuff about, you're going to come and ask me about safety, security, yes, I am the man. If you're going to come and ask me about physical fitness, I am the man. You're going to come and talk to me about coaching, I am the man. And maybe a couple of more things which I can't remember right now. But other than that, we're going to come and ask me about coding. I'll say, no, boss, I don't know about coding.
Absolutely. No, that's right, sir. I think very good and very deep discussion we had. How we started and how we are ending, it's a very high note because of this coaching things and all those things. And I hope people would get benefited out of this podcast. Lastly, I just wanted to one more questions before ending the podcast. You've been a leader for different sectors and organizations. When you choosing a person for any of your roles under you, and what things you look first before maybe during interview or before interview? What is your expectation, or like how I look for a people? I majorly look for an attitude of the person. If his attitude is right, his attitude is a learning attitude, definitely work you can teach. I wanted to ask you, what is your first thing which you see? Because you've been a leader and you're now doing a coaching, and you must be understanding the psychology, or not a psychology directly, but something about the person. When you talk to them, you can understand those people. So what is your thing has been changed over a period of starting from this to here?
A very complex question. I do not know whether I can do justice to it, but let me take a stab at it. A very pertinent question. Earlier, I used to look at qualifications. Earlier, I used to look from where he was. Which organization did he come from? Was he in the army? Was he not in the army? Was he in infantry? Was he in this or that? But now I understand it is, can I trust him or not? Will the guy stab me in the back or not? So for doing that, before a guy comes to me for interview, I make sure to talk to different people who have worked with him. To understand how has he done his work during situations where it was stressful, wherein he could have supported the person or betrayed the person. That becomes very, very important. And how is he in leading a team or interacting with people? A lot of times we see people that people think when they are managers, they can crush or act like kings. It does not happen that way. We have come into a democratic setup.
Correct.
Is he able to collaborate? Is he able to work as a team? It's very important. I don't expect him to have the answers to everything.
Absolutely.
But he should have the ability to collaborate. He should be able to have the ability to communicate. So all these things comes together. So it's a very complex thing, and a lot of people believe that the interview is cracked or not cracked in the 45 minutes or 1 hour, but it's wrong.
It's wrong, yeah. It's basically feedback which you carry along.
It is a lot of things which the person should have done, I would do, and then only I will get back to it.
Right.
And in the more longer the question, the more longer the what should I say, interaction, the better it is.
Okay.
So one of the most rigorous of the interview process is the Army SSB.
Yes, correct.
So the Army SSB,
5-day long interview.
It's a long process.
Correct.
It starts off from the day you come in. They will do screening out happens, and then after that there are different tests, and the persons are there who are there they are always observing you.
Yes, correct.
This is to ensure, so the longer the interview process, the better chances of you finding the right person.
Right.
So but in corporates we are constrained to reach out to reach a decision within those 40-45 minutes.
Yes.
So but if you see the more complex, the higher the up you go in the ladder, the interview process gets longer.
But has your this coaching thing changed your this thing a little bit, or it's whatever?
So now it has changed that the way I ask people what do they want. I ask them open-ended questions. So instead of asking them that इतना मेगापिक्सल कैमरा तुम कहाँ पे लगाएगा, फिश आई लगाएगा कि ये लगाएगा, that does not come at this point of time. So for me, I do a lot of work in finding out about the person, to understand what the person is about, how has he been in the industry, what does the industry speak about him, and then subsequently when the person comes to me, I then take a decision. So it is not just a one-stop thing. A cook, when he starts cooking, there's a lot of prep which has to be done.
Yes.
You want to make a biryani, you just can't start one fine day and say, okay, I want to make biryani. There's a lot of work to be done.
To soak the iron, lots of things.
Yes. So pre-work has to be done.
No, that's right. That's thank you for these things, and I think this will help me in the future also. But thank you for that. It helps.
As long as you use this word, attitude of learning, very important. Attitude of learning skills and attitude of learning your own about your own self.
Correct.
The more I learn about my own self, the more I understand others better.
Correct. Very right.
So that way coaching has been a big gateway for me. So now at this point of time, I'm very happy with the mental space that I'm in right now.
Right.
Because I'm able to listen to people now.
Correct. That's right, sir. I think let's because this thing, their discussion is getting very interesting for me. Intense and interesting also. So otherwise, this podcast will become very longer. So I just wanted to thank you for your time and all your knowledge and sharing this thing. I hope that the people may get benefited out of it. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thanks a lot.
दोस्तों, पॉल सर के साथ आज का जो एपिसोड था बहुत इंसाइटफुल था, और ये सब आप लोग एग्री भी करेंगे कि किसी व्यक्ति के जीवन में एक कोच का होना कितना महत्वपूर्ण है, और कई बार ये एक वरदान से कम नहीं होता जब व्यक्ति कई परेशानियों से जूझ रहा हो। सर के एक्सपीरियंसेस से बहुत कुछ सीखा है, हालांकि हम उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा डीप बातें नहीं कर पाए क्योंकि समय का कमी के कारण, लेकिन हम वादा करते हैं कि जो हमारे आने वाले एपिसोड होंगे सर के साथ, हम उसमें इस कोच की महत्व पर और डीप चर्चा करेंगे, समझेंगे और उनके एक्सपीरियंसेस के बारे में समझेंगे, किस प्रकार के लोगों को उन्होंने कोच किया और कैसे लोगों की लाइफ चेंज हुई है। तब तक के लिए ये एपिसोड देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जुड़े रहिए द एक्सपीरियंस मैटर्स के साथ ताकि आप लोगों के एक्सपीरियंसेस से कुछ नया सीख सकें। तब तक के लिए जय हिंद, धन्यवाद।